Doodle 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 blah 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 blah. I'm lounging. Hum jumbo. Habarigani. Let me turn the music down. I want to fucking relax today. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? How was your night? What'd everybody get up to? I spent most of my time yesterday, besides doing, like, chores and, like, cleaning up and dinner and stuff, looking for flowers, flower information. Looking for sites that had a database of flowers that had the symbolism and all of that. And there were plenty of, like, articles that would have a couple. Oh my gosh, the spikes. Ha! That's great. I love that. Yeah, I spent a long time trying to find a database with a bunch of flowers that would list the meanings and the medical uses of the flowers. But because meanings, like, I was looking for something that had reliable data, something that was fairly accurate. And by accurate, I just mean, like, widely accepted, that this is generally the interpretation of this flower. And I know that that's changed from Victorian times till now. So it was really, really hard to find anything that was as good of a database as the one that I'm using for the... Like, I couldn't find an authority on symbolism in flowers online. So I have a bunch, and I did the best that I could. Good luck with your move. What are you... Why do these targeted ads know where to target me? Actually, getting a lot of ads for flowers, but my internet provider just had a little thing saying, like, good luck with your move, and I was like, excuse me? I don't even know where I'm going yet. Not for sure, although I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure at this point. Anyway, so that's what I spent hours and hours and hours doing. I think I stopped at about 9:30-ish. So it was a decently long time. Looking for stuff, looking for one database, and I ended up with not one database. I ended up with 3 for, okay, I think 2 for, like, modern. I think this one, it's pictures of a book, like pictures of the pages of a book with meanings, and I think it's old. Yeah, it's definitely like Victorian-ish times. So I've got 3 for that, and then I have 3 for Hanakotoba, which is the Japanese meanings of flowers. Also, my breath control is still fucked. You notice that I'm, like, stopping in the middle of sentences, and that's so that I can try to not stress my voice out. Because yesterday what I did was I would run out of breath, like, in the middle of a sentence, but because I was excited and we were joking around, I just wanted to keep going. So I would use my vocal cords. Didn't you say Portland? I mean, yes, but I've never been there. So I think I'll probably move there. But it's not set in stone. I don't have an apartment. I have no, like, moving plans. I have... And who knows? I'm going to visit in less than 2 weeks, and maybe I'll hate it, and then I'll have to figure out something else. So, I don't know. Also, hi. Hiya, hi. So that's what's going on with me, is basically my breathing still sucks. I really fucked up my voice yesterday. I'm gonna try not to do that today. And I think I actually slept through the night, which was kind of amazing, but I'm still pretty tired. I just didn't want to, like, focus too hard on anything, right? I didn't want to focus too hard on anything today. So, like, I thought about picking up Tyranny again, which is a game that we started, but, like, it's a lot of reading. And my voice is still screwy. So it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of, I need to actually write down, like, because I keep thinking of things that I want to ask my doctor and then forgetting. Sound or... Anyway, I will call tomorrow. Because yeah, I'm still doing, like, the warm salt water. It did not help it, like, hardly at all yesterday. So I'm gonna try just, like, not to, like, when I run out of breath, just, like, breathe in the middle of the sentence instead of yelling, instead of, like, using my voice to project the sound, you know? Always liked the idea of living there. Looks big, but not too much. See, that's my problem, is I want Manhattan, but I can't have Manhattan. I want something as big as Manhattan, but with like, people that I can hang out with. And I can't have both of those things. Not coming to Oklahoma. Fuck that shit. I'm not going anywhere in the South, ever. No. I just spent 3 years living in podunk nowhere in the North. I'm not doing that. Not doing it. And before someone says, oh, there are big cities in the South. Shush. Not living in the South. But, like, San Antonio is pretty big. Shh. Not doing it. So yeah, I might hate it. And basically anything that's smaller than Manhattan is going to be smaller than I want, period. I know that, and that's just something that I have to live with, because I cannot afford now, or probably ever, I just won't be able to afford to live in Manhattan forever, so I don't want to move there and, like, do it for a few years and then have to leave. I did that already. I moved back home, not, like, with my family back home, but back to Manhattan after college, and I lived there for 3 years, and I loved it there, as I knew that I would, but I couldn't afford it. Ew. First of all, that sounds nasty. Second of all, I don't have honey. I had ramen this morning. It's about as close as I'm gonna get to that. Oh, I did not take a supplement. Okay. But yeah, so the saltwater gargles is, I'm trying it. But I also have to try not to yell, because I was definitely, like, pushing my voice yesterday. So, let me not do that. I mean, I had a great day, don't get me wrong, but then at the end of it I was like, ow, ow, ow. I'm not drinking it for taste, it's for feels better. But I need cure, not like I'm not trying to... I need to figure out what's wrong, what's causing the irritation. Rather than just trying to soothe the irritation, I want to get rid of it. Like, I want to heal whatever's going on, but I don't know what's going on. The infection is gone officially. So it's no longer the infection causing other problems. But I still have issues with my breath control now, and now like a new thing is that it hurts. Cause yeah, I just want to get this fixed. But it's hard to get it fixed when you go to the doctor. And I had therapy this morning, and my therapist was like, "Who's your doctor? Who's your ENT?" And I told her, and she was like, "Yeah, I was gonna say you have to see this person or this person, but he's good too, so at least I don't have like a bum ENT." So like I'm seeing someone who knows their stuff. Sometimes doctors don't know what's wrong with you. And that's pretty much the case, so I just have to keep an eye on things and do what I can, and, you know, when other ideas come up, or when other symptoms come up, just call and say, like, okay, given what you know about me, here's this. Like, now this is happening. Given the context of me and my history, what do you think about that? And just, hopefully we figure it out eventually. I think for today, when we do the flower stuff, I'm not going to show you what I'm writing because it didn't come up very clear anyway. And also I unplugged my second camera, and I don't feel like crawling under my desk to plug it back in. Just gonna have a nice, relaxing day. I'm gonna try to, like I said, not yell, basically. But yeah, I did my best to find a database, and I didn't really find a database like that wasn't like someone's live journal or an article about the meaning of different colors of roses, and that's it. So the best that I can do is kind of like cross-reference and write it down. You know what I mean? So we got acacia is the flower that is it over here? I can't see what I'm looking at. What am I looking at? You know what? I don't need to see my dumb face. The other reason that I wanted to do something kind of easy was not only for my voice, but because I was sitting up straight earlier, and my hip flexors are just like not happy with me being at my desk. So basically, my body doesn't want to stream. My body's like, you need to take care of me. You need to stop sitting at your computer. And I'm like, but I gotta be here. The other thing that I was thinking about this morning, because, you know, what's better than trying to actually decide what you want to do, but think about the consequences of the upcoming changes in your life. So, what was I gonna say? So, like, I know that my streaming schedule is going to have to change, and because I'm the kind of person that, like, if I know something needs to be done, I want to figure it out and get it done. Which is why I've been so frustrated not having a career path and not knowing what's wrong with me health-wise, and not knowing where I want to go or, like, be or move to. Like, just, like, too many fucking question marks without any sort of direction upsets me, and I hate it because I'm a very organized person, and I don't mind plans changing. Like, I'm organized but flexible. I like having a plan, I like having a direction. If that changes over time, that's fine, and that does not upset me. But, like, knowing that I'm going to have to change my streaming schedule because I'm moving, I'm gonna need to get a job, or I'm going to want to get a job because I've decided that I think this is a career that I might enjoy, floral design. So, like, knowing that I'm going to have to change things and, like, not making moves to just do it is really bothersome. But, like, I can't. I have to wait. There's a lot of things that, like, I want to just like start now, do it now. I'm not very. It takes very specific stuff for me to procrastinate. Like, I'll procrastinate with very, very particular things. But most stuff, I want it figured out. I want it done. I want to do it now. If I have the time to figure it out, I'm doing it now. But because I'm going to be moving, going to be getting a job, like, I don't have that information with which to then make the necessary changes on stream. So I'm, like, sitting here thinking about it, going, like, well, I could do afternoon, I could do, like, these days, and I'm like, but you don't know what your schedule's gonna be, you can't make these decisions. So that's, like, just another thing. It's a question mark for me. The affection's gone, it's just irritation that should clear up with time if it's allowed to rest. Yeah, but, like, how much time is... Major frustration, hoping to find the answers. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've figured out a lot in a short amount of time. Like, since I told you guys everything that was going on. Like, I've managed to kind of start solidifying a lot of things. So, like, I've made a lot of progress. But, like, I'm just impatiently waiting to go on my trip now. To just get that confirmation that at least for the time being, I won't hate it so much that I'll be miserable. You know what I mean? Also, why are these songs so loud? We're on the chill station! And it's at like 4%. Why? It should not be louder than me. Anyway, so yeah, I've done a lot of work solidifying a lot of these, nailing down all this nebulous shit, as I put it a few days ago in Discord. Like, I have a career path now. It'll take me a while to, like, really actually get started with it, because the first step is to get a job. But until I know where I'm living, I can't do that. I mean, like, I could potentially try to get a job here first, but A, there's not really anything around here. B, I'm going on a trip in 2 weeks. So that's like June is like not available. C, I'm gonna be moving. I have to move by the 1st of August. So what, like work a job for a month and then be like, okay, bye. I just feel like it's not worth it to even bother looking. I'll just wait until I move. Besides, July is gonna have to be spent packing, and oh God, I hate packing. And when I decide where I'm going, I need to figure out how I'm getting there. How me and all my shit are getting there. But yeah, these are things that, like, I keep thinking about and I want to have plans for, but until, like, it's like an adventure game, and this is why I hate it. Because there's like, you're here, and your goal is over here, and you can't just go from here to here. You can't just, like, doodly-doodly-doop. Like, there's all these steps in between. You have to get the flame from the giant to lick the cat to, you know, whatever. Like, stupid, like, you have to... There's so many steps in between, like, each step. So, like, the end goal is, like, being in a new location with a job, started on my career path, and hopefully my health issues are gone. Like, that's the end goal. But there's, like, steps to get there, but I can't do any of those steps out of order. That's what it is. It's a specific order that you need to do things in, because you need this to do this, and you need this to do this, and you need this to do this. And I just want I want to skip steps. I want this information already, but I have to wait. Like, I want to check out Portland and make sure that I don't absolutely hate it, but I have to wait for my trip to happen. I want to be fixed health-wise, and I'm doing everything that I can to do that. But part of it, like you said, Ori, is just, like, wait for it to get better and see if it does. And I'm, at this point, because I've had the same, like, well, not the same, it's changed over time, but like I've had this stupid voice/breathing issue since the beginning of April. I'm impatient now. I just want it to be fucking done. It's been 2 months. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, I picked a career for myself, but like, I just want to get a job already, you know? Like, I just want to be able to take the next step for all of these things, but I have to wait. I have to wait so that I can like domino effect. And I'm just like, ah! Try to keep adding mini games and mechanics. Yeah, or like there was another game we played that wasn't an adventure game that did this, and I got really frustrated, and I may have actually rage quit if it's. I think it was Baldur's Gate 2, where like there were just too many steps. Or maybe it was, yeah, it was Baldur's Gate 2, where like your main goal was to rescue somebody, I think. I don't remember exactly. But you couldn't just go and rescue them. First you had to figure out where they were and who was holding them, blah, blah, blah. And okay, so we got that information. But oh, you have to talk to this guy to get this information. You have to convince this person to do this for you, and then you can do that. But first, that person wants you to do a favor for them before they'll do the thing for you. It was just like too many steps. I was like, okay. You're just stretching this out. And I got frustrated and quit. Not that I need to like rush to the end game, but it was like every single next step created at least one more step. And that was very irritating, especially in a video game. I was like, I don't like this. Like every single person that we need to ask a question of or get something from, they need us to do like a whole other quest line. This is too much. But yeah, I wish I could do these quest lines out of order. Like, I wish that I could just get a job already and an apartment and like have a plan on like rent a truck, have things, like I just want it all done because I know, I hate knowing that it's stuff that needs to get done and being unable to complete it through no fault of my own. That's the most succinct way to put it, is that I have the motivation to just get it done. But there are other things in my way that I have no control over. It's not really that I have energy. I don't have energy. I'm tired. I'm really tired and I don't like want to sit here researching anymore. Like I'm sick of being at my computer and like trying to figure stuff out. I don't want to do it anymore. I want it to be done. And my desire for it to be done trumps my lack of energy. Anyway. Let me look at some fucking flowers. So, we were on Acacia, which, if I remember correctly, is available from October to March. I'm not looking at this, I'm trying to remember, like, with my brains. Lasts in a vase about, like, 4 or 5 days. You have to break the branches or whittle them. And soak them in water for 2 hours before storage or use. They grow on trees, they're yellow and fuzzy, and they have green, gray, something with an F. Fern cut? What was it? I forget. Something leaves or foliage or what have you. I think that was pretty good. I did a pretty good job. Oh, and they're yellow. Duh, if I didn't say that. Yeah, October through March, 4 to 5 days. Trees with clusters of fragrant ball-shaped yellow flowers without petals. That was the part I couldn't remember. And delicate gray-green fringe cut. I remember it was something with an F. And you want to buy them when they're brightly colored and fuzzy. Pollen can cause a reaction with some people. Flamens, flistles. Hey, Partly Atomic, how you doing? There are many things we don't have control of. I understand. I wish I could do something to help. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I know that it will happen. I've had these are not, to me, because this is just when I've shared the information with you, this is all new information for you guys, so it feels like I'm being very impatient. Other than the voice stuff, I'm being very impatient with stuff that's only been going on for like a couple days. But for me, it's been months, and I'm just fucking sick of it! I'm impatient. I just want it to get done already. Second opinions are good. Yeah, I just don't really have any other options. There is one ENT practice where I am. That's it. I've actually been to 2 different ENTs, one in New York and one up here. And they both diagnosed the same thing. I had an infection, I had a visible thing that was wrong with me. And I took antibiotics and steroids for it. And the second doctor took a look and was like, yes, antibiotics and steroids, I agree, keep doing it. The first antibiotics didn't work, so I did the second round of antibiotics. The infection is gone now. I just also have this other shit that is persistent, and I don't really have any other options. Anyway. And sometimes it's not an issue of a second opinion. Sometimes it's just... It just takes a while to figure out. When I was in college, I had an issue with my eye. I lost vision almost entirely in my right eye. And they didn't know it was wrong. And I kept going back to the same doctor because I was in college. I didn't have a choice. But I got bounced around to so many different departments. Anyway. I only just saw the doctor after, so I finished the antibiotics May 11th. And he said I had a little bit of infection still, but that it should clear up on its own. And then I had my appointment, when was that? Was that the 24th or the 17th? Or the 20th. Maybe it was the 20th, whatever. So it's only been a couple of weeks and he confirmed yep, infection's gone. Now we just can try things. Who knows? Anyway, so let's see if I can figure out... Look at all my databases and see if I can get the symbolism or any medicinal uses of acacia. The first database has nothing. Second one says friendship and beauty in retirement. This is from allflorists.co.uk. But again, I don't really trust these sources. So I put in Discord, if anybody knows of any flower databases with symbolism and or medicinal uses that are reliable, have information that's widely accepted and shit. Please let me know, because all I'm coming up with is garbage, and I spent hours looking. Let's see. Does this have acacia in it? So I'm looking at different... The best thing that I found to do was just look at multiple different resources. Because I couldn't find an authority. That's what I want. An authority on widely accepted flower symbolism and medicinal uses. And I haven't been able to find that. It's just someone who's saying stuff on the internet, and I'm I don't know. I don't know if you're an authority on this. Where did you get your information from? So this really old book says, so this has acacia being rose or white as well. But the database that I'm using for most of the information is from the Floral Design Institute. And they have the color as yellow. That's it. So I'm wondering, if Like, are these the same thing? Do they even exist anymore? What flower would best describe you? I don't think I'm a flower. Venus flytrap! It's more of a plant. Yeah, I don't really know shit about flowers. What do you think? What flower best describes you? I never was really good. I have too many facets of myself. I'm not so easily summarized. So I always had trouble with, like, if you were a fruit, what would you be? Like, those kind of questions. I never was able to find, like, one thing that I was like, okay, yeah, this encompasses all the major parts of myself. Also, I don't know anything about flowers, which is why we're learning. I'm sorry I clapped in the microphone. Yeah, this says friendship, beauty, and retirement, and then rose or white, it says elegance and friendship. And then yellow is secret love. And then this one says friendship, rose or white, which don't exist according to the Flower Institute of Design. It might just be a different plant. Elegance, and yellow is secret love. So I guess I'll say friendship, but like friendship versus secret love is a little different, right? Like, you'd think. And what about beauty and retirement? Like, where did that come from? Do. Rar. And then Hanakotoba doesn't have acacia in it at all? No, it does not. Hanakotoba was a little bit easier to find. There's like very set, like there's a set list of flowers which have meanings. And I think I found like if you look up the Hanakotoba, which is the Japanese symbolism of flowers, it's pretty much the same on all the resources that I looked at, all of the stuff. But then like for like English, it's all over the place. It'd be a twig or a log. Maybe it would be a pussy willow. Those are very like twiggy. Or maybe you want to be log. It's log! It's log! What flowers like a hobbit? Hobbits are the ones who tend flowers. What flower is a hobbit? I would say probably playful and resilient. Which actually, I wouldn't, because I've spent so many hours last night. Playful and resilient, there is actually a flower that is supposed to mean that. Saffron crocus. I don't know what that is. Like a red crocus, I get it, but like I've never seen it in my life. Oh, it's not really red, is it? They look more like purpley. Huh. Interesting. At least that's all the pictures are purpley. Alright, cool. Commonly known as saffron crocus or autumn crocus, it is a species of flowering plant of the crocus genus in the Irida. There's an EAE, and I don't know how to fucking pronounce that. It is best known for producing the spice saffron from the filaments that grow inside the flower. They're expensive. Like those specific ones, or crocuses in general? Because it looks like you can get saffron fall blooming crocus 10 bulbs for $2.81. Just like it's showing me that you can get them. Saffron fall crocus, I don't know if that's a bulb. Anyway. So yeah, you can totally get bulbs for like not expensive. The most expensive one I'm seeing is less than $13. $12.29. Anyway. I'm gonna continue looking up acacia symbolism. Acacia flower symbolism. Like, I'm gonna look specifically for this. 15 romantic flowers. Value of true friendship and can indicate secret love. Alright. So, I guess that's like... Flower... The Japanese symbolism for flowers is so much easier. So much easier. Oh yeah, and we looked at Auntie Flo and she's like, you can burn acacia bark to keep away evil ghosts and demons, and a different resource said that as well. And like, I love that sort of mythology kind of stuff. And like, that would be really neat to know, but I'm not gonna search for like mythical stuff. Why am I whatever the fuck that is? Why do you say that? According to BuzzFeed's superficial quiz of a moonflower. Look it up. You're the one that brought it up. You don't want to have a conversation? I asked you why you chose it, not... like, that's a you thing. Why did you choose it? Anyway, so for acacia, I'm gonna say symbolism... I'm just gonna put it as friendship or secret love. That seems to be the general consensus. It's different, you don't see it every day? Oh, thank you. Hello, Kit. Cute owls. Oh yeah! I got the owls. Thank you. Secret love. I don't know why. I want to sing it like chocolate rain. Hey, Stell, how you going? Why did I say that way? I don't know. Let's also look up acacia medicinal uses. As a medicine, acacia is taken by mouth for high cholesterol, irritable bowel syndrome, this is from WebMD by the way, and weight loss. It is also used to remove toxins from the body, and is a prebiotic to promote good bacteria in the intestine. Acacia is applied to the skin inside the mouth for plaque and gum inflammation, gingivitis. Alright, WebMD, get your herbal on. Acacia is a source of dietary fiber. It tends to make people feel full, so they might stop eating earlier than they otherwise would. This might lead to weight loss and reduce cholesterol levels. Interesting. It's a fiber. Wife loves orchids. I like orchids too. Kitchen is a sauna because you use usually boiling water to keep them happy. Is it the moisture or like it has to be hot heat like that? Because we used to have when I worked reception in New York, we had an orchid. It got no sunlight because there were no windows. I think it got watered every now and again, and it was like cold in there all the time. They like humidity. Well, you know, you could have a humidifier too, I suppose, without... So that way it doesn't have to be hot. I personally, if I were an orchid, I'd be like, give me the heat. If I were anything, I'd be like, give me the heat. I like the heat. I like being warm. I actually just stuck my fingers under my legs so that they can warm up a little bit. Don't play Orchid buying heroes yourself. No Nature's Prophet for you? Who else buys Orchid these days? I mean, that was like an old... That's me, old. Old. Also, when are we playing Dota? Like, it's been 80 billion years. I haven't played, like, since the Battle Pass came out, and that makes me sad. Vagina!
Yo, dog. Ain't you hungry? Nar, fam. I got these flowers I be chompin' in she it. Shove a carnation in me gob wowee.
Shove a carnation in me gob. Wow. Ori, thank you for that. Holy cannoli. I don't think that's weird, EJ. I would totally love that. Me and your wife can live together, how about that? We'll live together in like an 80-degree house. I'm cold, that's part of what I dislike about summer. Like, I don't dislike summer. I like all of the seasons for various reasons. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. I like summer. It's warm out. Ah, it's beautiful. I hate being inside in summer because it's freezing. I hate having to bundle up in like 80 layers just to be comfortable indoors during summer and then also in winter because it's cold. When you're not super busy, stop it. You cut that out. Yeah, I'm not sure. Which part of, which part of the medicinal uses I should put in here? Apparently it soothes coughs and sore throats. I need to eat me some of this shit. Known to relieve irritation and inflammation, acacia gum can also help control coughs. Coat your throat, protect the mucus. I've never heard protect the mucus. Restricts blood loss? See, they're talking about all different kinds of acacia, though. That's the only thing, is like, I'm talking about this one thing. So maybe medicinal uses just should be its own thing. I think I'm gonna make an executive decision for my own little notebook here and say that symbolism, fine, because I don't want to, like, in case somebody knows, like symbols of flowers and stuff, I don't want to put in an arrangement for like, oh, I want to get this for my girlfriend, and I put a flower in it that's like, I hate you. Which apparently, tiger lily. If you want to tell someone you hate them, send them a tiger lily. Anyway, so I'll say unless one of my other sources has like straight up medicinal uses like listed on it, I'm not going to put it there. One of the sources does put that there. Exhausted? Dude. Wife loves the country, like super remote. Ew, disgusting. Tropical island weather. It's like spring, sun, nice breeze, not too hot. I like summer weather. Just hot. Fell asleep in the middle of voice chatting? Wow. Oh yeah, they probably do mean that, MS. You're right. Like the mucous membranes. I was thinking like mucus, the kind that drips. Or like, really, I was thinking those blobs from the Mucinex commercial. Not the same. Not at all the same.
Oh, look! I love it!
Oh, sharts. Who dat? Gaming Ghost H? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the court. We're gonna do a dance for you because that's what we like to do. To welcome you on in here. La, 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 la. Yeah, that dance was, that face was something. Slimer the ghosty mode, cute. So yeah, I think I'm done with Acacia. We added the symbolism of friendship or secret love. Like, how are you supposed to know which one it is? Maybe it's both. I guess you're able to tell by like the other flowers in the arrangement or bouquet, but if someone just hands you Acacia and is like, you don't know. Alright, let's move on. I already have... Actually, this will be easier. Where are you? Did I get rid of it? Oh, sharts. Never mind. Lol. Try to do shortcuts here. That'll work. Yeah, we had these rainbow beaches here. These are Achillea, apparently is how you pronounce it. Like Achilles. A-C... You know what, I'll type it in chat. Where'd chat go? Like Achilles. Yeah, man. This is an educational stream now. Or at least today. My only thing is, do I put it on the bottom of this page, or do I just give it a whole new page? A whole new page! I guess I'll give it a new page. Like, this only has 50 sheets, which is 100, and in this database, there are over 134. So I'm gonna need a new book anyway. So, Achillea. Achillea. I want to say Achillea like Achilles, but that's apparently not how you pronounce it. Who here has received flowers before? Just curious, like as a gift. You got flowers or some shit? I definitely have. When I was in junior high, there's this guy, like my boyfriend at the time. He got me flowers like when we were going to a dance. But for whatever reason, I didn't find them sincere. And I don't know why this was. So I called them, I was like, he didn't give me these flowers because he actually likes me. These are fuck me now flowers. Except back then I didn't curse, so I said F me now flowers. Or I may have said like, F me now flowers. Not I. Sadly, get out of here, you liar. You have? You don't recall? Have, but usually was the one buying them for someone else. You remember getting a rose once? Yeah. I don't know why I thought that it was like insincere, but I was like, those are fuck me now flowers. Like, I just like did not appreciate it. Alright, other names for Achillea are yarrow and milfoil. That's M-I-L. A foil. I know you guys yesterday were saying MILF oil. It's just turds. Usually people only buy flowers to cover up something bad they did? What? Same with jewelry? What? What kind of weird myths are you living with? I have never gotten flowers that have been sinister, with the exception of, like, fuck me now flowers. We were in, like, 7th grade. And there was not going to be any fucking. Anyway. I didn't even make out with him. I refused. Like, we kissed. But I was like, you keep your tongue out of my mouth. I don't know why, like, I thought that was a big deal. I thought it was a big deal. So silly. Anyway, but yeah, normally I was like, my parents got me flowers for, like, graduation or something. Or, like, Mind Twin has gotten me flowers for my birthday. Fred's brought me flowers. They were not sinister or nefarious, and you loved them, you turd. I have actual fucking proof that you are a liar. I feel like all this herbal knowledge will lead to an alchemy stream. You know, I would not be too upset if I could do some magic. One of the other reasons that I think I might like floral design, like, I don't know much about flowers, but I've always liked plants and stuff, and I'm a big nerd. I've always been into that, like, little hobbity, like, ranger, elfish, like... Oh, and what book did we read? For Babby Book Club a few months ago, we read Midwife's Apprentice. And I believe I remember them, I mean, they're totally not accurate. Like, the information in that book is totally not legit. But it's like, and she used this flower to, you know, assist with the birth canal opening or whatever it was. And I thought that was really cool. I was like, you know, as a child, I was like, oh, cool, you can use plants for things. And, like, I've always wanted to have that information, but I've never, like, sat down and looked it up. Seth gets you flowers when you're really nervous about something, or if you see something I'd like sometimes, and on holidays and birthdays, yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten apology flowers. Alright, Achillea, available. Availability. What do these shirts even look like? The picture's not very big for me, so it's hard to see. Gets you apology food. I mean, that's so much better. Growing puppies in the basement. I think the puppies, if Seth were growing puppies in the basement, first of all, growing them is funny. I'm thinking, like, plants, but that sprout puppies. It'd probably be for the additions to Kit's murder menagerie. The untrained masses of animals that kill people. It would? Yeah, I know. Look at that little sinister cat! Holy. So Achillea is available July through September. So not at all. You cannot have, unless it's a dried bouquet, you cannot have Achillea and Acacia in the same bouquet because they don't have any crossover for when they're available. Who's a smart little bean? It's me! Yeah, once Achillea's out of there after September, then Acacia's like, what up, beesh? Asa, dude. Vase life is very long on Achillea, though. 10 to 14 days. That's impressive. Do not have a green thumb. Wife is like a druid compared to you. That's excellent. Yeah, share pictures. Like Cabbage Patch Kids. Yeah, Cabbage Patch Peppers. Yes. Hell yeah. Alright, and now we're gonna talk about... How did I do this yesterday? Vase life! Or like, could I do it this way? That just looks like I'm doing a German version of the number 3. Vase life! Oh, so hardcore. It was a stupid joke. I had a good time with it yesterday though. I keep flipping the page to look at my formatting. Let me put the botanical name, in this case, and in the case of acacia, is exactly the same. It's Achillea. Did I put that in caps? I did. I'm using my jelly pen for this. I will be sad when this jelly pen finally runs out of ink. I've had this pen for most of my life. I just now realized that it's Sakura Jelly Roll. Well, I knew they were jelly rolls. Those were like the brand ones. From Japan, which makes sense because Sakura. Duh. If it makes you smile, then it's a good joke. I disagree. I disagree because sometimes I smile when I'm in pain. Vase Niche? Yes. How do you do that? How do you... Vase Niche? Ooh. There's some shit. I don't know. I'm not up with the children's. Yeah, I used to... How many jelly rolls? For those of you guys who had the jelly pens, the jelly roll pens, how many did you have? Was it like excessive? And if not, why? How? How did you manage to only have like a couple? Headed into the country losing cell service. Alright, EJ, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a good country time. Ding, 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 ding. And thanks for being here and hanging out. We'll see you another time. Storage temp. Oh, we actually have a storage temp on this. I'm pretty sure I put temp. Yeah, I did. 34 to 38. This is all going to be in Fahrenheit because I'm not going to fucking bother with that. 34 to 38 degrees. I put the degree symbol. And then we have ethylene sensitive, which I have abbreviated ES. Yes, Mana, like Earthshaker. And we put a check mark. Cool. Alright. Do you pronounce your name
Just
Raven?
like intercourse.
Do you pronounce your name Intercourse? Hey, Bear, how you doing? Thanks for the host. Don't remember how many I had. I just remember pretty much always having one on me. Yeah. I used to have a ton. Pretty much had every color. Like the bird. There's lots of ravens. Like, on the internet. There are lots of people who go by Raven. Gotta keep you guys all straight. Ravens are really neat birds, though. And hello and welcome. Hi. Only had a couple because we're very poor. That makes sense. Remember one of my second cousins teasing me because they had like 100? What? Rude. I remember my stepdad getting me a bunch of the ones you could use on black paper. Oh, cool. And 2 black paper notebooks later on. I don't remember those. Although, remember the when we were doing St. Jude stuff just a couple weeks ago, and I had the Dalmatian, 101 Dalmatians sketchbook that I was drawing in? I have other pages in there. Ow, something just popped. They are different birds, MS. It is not like squares and rectangles. They are different. Rubber pencils? No, I don't know. What I was saying was markers. There are markers that you could color, and then you had like the invisible one. It would like erase the marker or like change the color of it. Do you guys remember those? The color changing markers? I have a bunch of scribbles of me like testing them out in that same book. Play banjo way better than that. Bang, 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 bing. Bang, 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 bang. You're like Primus level? Alright, I got you. Bang, 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 I can still remember Julie Tolentino, the dancing Filipino. We used to run around. Now that I'm older, I understand those lyrics. Run around! It doesn't mean like you're playing tag. You're not like running in a circle. We used to run around. Well, and also a colloquialism like, oh, I've been running around all day. Just means like doing a lot of stuff and like going here, going there. But, Primus meant run around. Isn't that so weird? Linguistics is weird. Linguistics is really weird, where you can have the same phrase means something entirely different, but like multiple colloquialisms are just like so starkly different. No, you stop. You get out of here. It is not Sparrowson time, you jerk. Get out. Go be in the country. Description. No, colors first, then description. Yes. So. Achillea can be yellow, white, pink, red, or rust. I guess that's that, like, orangey color. Let me see here. So, based on this picture, vagina! I would say vagina.
I'm a man of constant sorrow tilde. I seen troubles all my days tilde. For those who know that song, good luck getting it out of your heads. You're welcome tilde. Wowee.
You're welcome tilde. I love that she says tilde. It's really funny. Thank you, Ori. I appreciate it. Alright, let me look at these flowers. Yeah, based on this picture, I would say red, white, pink, yellow, and orange. But I'll just go with the informations that we got. Okay? Okay. Bit Lottie. I still can't believe she pronounced her own name like that one time. Bit Lottie. Bit Lottie. But like, she knows how to say lady. I'm fairly certain. It was weird. Anyways, we got fucking Lello. White, pink, red, rust. And I'm just assuming that the rust is the orange. But it's interesting to me that they classify it as rust specifically rather than just saying fuck orange. Maybe it's because it is a little bit more dull and not as bright. Alright, description. And I know this one, I know yarrow, which is another name for this flower, has medicinal uses. I know for a fact. It's like super well known enough that I'm aware of it. Clusters of tiny florets that make up a nearly flat, slightly rounded flower head at the end of a stem with feathery foliage. All right, let's break that down. Clusters of tiny florets. Okay. Like broccoli. You know what I learned the other day? That broccoli, cauliflower, which it'll make sense when I finish my sentence, and Brussels sprouts all originated from the same plant. Like a Brussels sprout is just like the little like end of a floret. It's like one little piece. Like if you look at broccoli and look at one of the little like flowers, that's where Brussels sprouts came from, and somebody decided, I want bigger of those, and like bred them that way. I thought that was so cool. I was like, what? It like blew my mind. Cauliflower I can see, like there was probably some sort of weird strain where it was a little bit like more colorless and they just bred it that way. But like cauliflower and broccoli have the same shape. They're, you know, like they're the same shape. But I had no idea that Brussels sprouts also came from the exact same plant. Broccoli's also man-made? What? Man-made from what? What do you mean man-made? Yeah. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts and cauliflower used to be broccoli. So weird. Anyway, that's what florets made me think of. Tiny clusters of tiny florets that make up a nearly flat. Slightly rounded flower head. I will say the inconsistent use of hyphens in this database is perplexing to me. Farmers breeding different types of cabbage? Okay. So not man-made, but like, I mean, that's how we get different strains of anything. Is like someone sees something or thinks they can make it grow in a certain way and they like do that. You know? Like if a different color happens, they're like, oh, I like that. I'm going to specifically breed my plants to get that. But the way you said man-made, man-made typically to me means like manufactured, not like manipulating natural stuff, but like created from scratch, like manufactured kind of a thing. I like this song. Slightly rounded flower head. At the end of a stem with feathery foliage. I want to see if I can get a close-up of this flower. And I promise we won't be doing this every day, by the way. I just really wanted to have a chill day today. And I was like, you know, I just like wasn't in the mood to do anything. Because I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes work on my life. Like I went over this morning. And it just leaves me really tired. And unmotivated because I use all my motivation to do stuff and then I'm like, I want a break. What was I clicking for? I feel like I went to go look for something specific and then got way distracted. I think I just got distracted. I saw the red dot on Discord and I was like, I must click on this. It was a very, like, subconscious thing that I just did. Remember before Discord would tell you there were new messages? You could just check it at your leisure. Now I, like, have to obsessively get rid of that red fucking dot. To you, it's the same thing? Something that would not have naturally occurred otherwise without assistance unless by accident. Well, and to me, something that's man-made is not ever by accident. I think when most people... I've never heard of man-made referring to anything natural. Like any natural processes, whether it was assisted or not. You just finished the series of that 70s show and now you feel sad. Well, I doubt that's the point of the show. Now I can't see more of them. I mean, you can rewatch them. I don't get that way. I know a lot of people feel that way. Like when they finish something, they're sad because it's over. Whereas me, I'm A, happy that I get to cross a thing off my list. B, normally there's only content when there's conflict. So like you get to let these characters in this world rest. There's nothing more. They get to live stupid, mundane lives like there are no more stories because they're chilling out now. Like, if you love the characters and the world, like, let them have their peace. That's just how I think of it. I know a lot of people are like, it's over and I'm sad now, but I don't feel that way. Like it's told me to take during the day because it gives you energy. It's making you sleepy. Huh? Why? Wormy, hello. How are you doing? I did not finish my sentence here. End of stem with feathery foliage. Last night I took an Ambien and then took this little ball that I'm trying to pick up with my toes so I can show you. Yeah, baby, I put my toes on it. It's just a rubber ball. You know, I don't feel like bending over. It's just a rubber ball with like nubs on it and you're supposed to use it for your feet. But Fred's hands fatigue too fast. So I can't... He can't ever give me a massage that, like, actually works out any knots or works out my muscles at all. So I just stick the ball, like, I laid on the floor and put the ball under me and, like, pushed my back into the floor just to try and loosen up some of my muscles. And then I put it down, like, on my lower back and just laid there, and just the weight of my body pushed the ball in such a spot where, like, I felt it through my hip and in my feet, and, like, pressure points are crazy, man. I need such a deep massage. But that's, like, last on the list of things for me to do. I should see if I can get one for free, though. Like, if it's a medical massage or whatever, or a sports massage, like, my health insurance just might cover it. It's worth looking. So, like, I need a reset. Can I get a reset on my body? Reset on my body. Just, like, my muscles are way too tense. At least it is better than yesterday, though, since I spent time doing that. I feel like my voice is worse today, but that might be because I fucked it up yesterday. I did it bad. Alright, what did I put after description? Botanical facts, design notes. Okay, so I left it in order. Botanical facts. Named after Achilles of Greek mythology, very popular and ancient medicinal herb used as an astringent in cosmetics. You know what? I'm gonna put that stuff... Like, it says medicinal herb, but it doesn't tell it what it's used for other than an astringent. So I can't decide whether I want to separate medicinal uses from botanical facts or what. Don't remember you yelling. I mean, it's... You don't have to yell to not use your voice properly. No need to apologize, Bear. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, and we might see you later. Alright. Named after Achilles. Yeah. Don't scrunch over. Let me look up what it's used for. See if I can get any more. Not alcohol. Google, please. Because it's also known as yarrow. Is an herb. Above ground parts are used to making medicine, used for fever, common cold, hay fever, absence of menstruation, dysentery, diarrhea, loss of appetite, gastrointestinal tract discomfort, and to induce sweating. Some people chew the fresh leaves to relieve toothache. Interesting. That's like a lot. WebMD, what do you say? The Healing Herb of Achilles. Well, that's the title. So far, same shit. Commonly used orally for diarrhea, gas, and other stomach issues, but there's limited scientific research to support these and other uses. In manufacturing, yarrow is used as a cosmetic cleanser and in shampoos. How does it work? Yarrow contains chemicals that might help. I love all the maybes and the mights that they put in there. Might help to stop stomach cramps and fight infections, but more research is needed. But if that's WebMD, if you look at RX list, that's the thing that I read out. It's weird though, like, to think about if you have a toothache and someone says, okay, your teeth hurt. The fix is to chew on stuff here. Like, you would think that people with a toothache don't want to chew things. That seems counterintuitive. Like, I know willow bark is an anti-inflammatory, for example. I wonder if WebMD would be like, it may do this, or if they, like, have enough information that they say they can know. Can't even say a bath bomb with mint and such is good for body aches. That's ridiculous. It has been shown over hundreds and thousands of years to help with this thing, but I can't say that. Hot water is probably doing more for aches. I don't know about that. Wraith Dagger! Hello. How you doing? I mean, there's like science behind why things are good for stuff. In this case, I don't know why, but like there's a reason that, like if you have an ache, you're not gonna just put hot water on it. Like in general. Like if your arm aches, you're not necessarily just gonna like stick it in some hot water and call it a day. You'll probably use something that you can like rub on it that has some sort of additional property more than just hot. Although heat can help sometimes, but it depends on how. Like muscle soreness, it depends on like why your muscle's doing the thing. Saves the day by hugging Lecta. Wow. Guys, the day was nearly dead. It was nearly like just not saved. Thank you. Gotta bow. A review on phytochemistry and medicinal properties. Ooh, this looks official. Of the genus Achillea. Ooh, this is like a legit scientific article with an abstract at the beginning. Cool. Does this have... By the way... No, that's Astromeria. I don't know what that is. It was almost died. If I have aches, I take ibuprofen. Yeah, I generally do too. Well, if I have a headache, I don't typically take ibuprofen for other things, even though, like, makes total sense, and you probably should if you don't want to be in pain. But yeah, ibuprofen is an anti-inflammatory. Actually, you can also take it for sunburns. Like taking an ibuprofen, because it reduces like swelling to an extent. And drink a lot of water. So if you get a sunburn, there's a trick that I learned, I think from Cosmo Girl actually. You drink a lot of water to rehydrate and help your skin repair, and an ibuprofen to help bring the redness and the swelling down. Like last night, I absentmindedly scratched the shit out of a blemish on my face, and it was all red, and I was like, I don't want this to stay red, so I took an ibuprofen last night for that. Which, it does help. It does help. Because that's what it's meant to do. It brings down swelling and inflammation, which is often what redness represents. Well, it depends on the type of headache from you, Ori. If it's a if it's a mild headache, but it's like annoying enough, I'll take I'll take two. I don't ever just take one ibuprofen for headaches. I'll take two. But then I'll also have over-the-counter migraine stuff if I think it is a migraine, but isn't severe enough for me to take my prescription. If it's a severe migraine, then I take my prescription. Ibuprofen is also good for hangovers. Yeah, because it's, again, like, your head is all exploding, and ibuprofen is anti-explosions. Stop getting headaches when you started exercising regularly. Headaches plagued you as a teen adult. Interesting. Gonna take a nap. Alright, kid. Man, my voice is not having it today. I might have to take a break to go gargle fucking salt water. Kit, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good nap. We'll see you another time. Just way too tired. I tried to nap yesterday after stream. I had a hard time falling asleep. I was like, bitch, you didn't even sleep at all. Bitch. I think I managed, but not for as long as I intended. Pain in the body for teeth. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's what ibuprofen is for. It's not only for headaches. But I feel like, in general, as humans, we're able to ignore aches in other parts of our body a little bit more than heads. I feel like heads are more sensitive. My head today feels very sleepy. Even though, like, I slept through the night, I just don't have the same kind of, like, giddy energy that I was running on yesterday. Present paper reviews medicinal properties have been examined on the basic scientific in vitro, in vivo, or clinical evaluations. Broad range of secondary metabolites, such as flavonoids, and all this other shit. Sterols, which have been frequently reported from aqueous species. Huh. Popular indications of several species of this genus include treatment of wounds, bleedings, headache, inflammation, pains, spasmodic diseases, flatulence, and dyspepsia. I don't know what dyspepsia is. Many components from this genus are highly bioactive. There are many reports on the mentioned folk and traditional effects. There are only one review article mainly about the structure of the phytochemicals. Can you give me, like, your conclusion? This is, like, a highly scientific paper with, like, chemical composition, like, you know, pictures of... I forget what it's called. Like, the structure, the chemical structure. It's very interesting. Actually, I'm gonna save this. I know I said I wasn't gonna put it in, but, I just find this stuff really interesting. Oh, Ori. Yeah, I used to work in a warehouse. It was terrible. We actually had like one of those heat warnings once, where they were like, make sure you're drinking water so you literally don't die. Should call this Learn with Lecta. We should. You remember, Idol, I used to have that show very briefly. Learning with Lecta. But I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this again, or when, and also I didn't have time to make a graphic. But I don't disagree. We could bring back Learning with Lecta. The format's a little bit, like, not as structured. So I'm just like, we're talking about shit. Factory, warehouse, whatever. Wait, sheet music? Oh, sheet metal. Wear away parts of it very slightly. Huh. That seems very precise. Medicinal plants may affect various phases of the wound healing process, coagulation, inflammation, and fibroplasia. Aqueous extract of the flowers of A. calalensis. What? Applied Boysenhausken. I don't know what you're talking about anymore. Applied topically has shown significant wound healing activity in rats? When was this written? The wound sizes of the test compared to control groups were reduced faster. But what's A. calalensis? It's like very specific. Is that I guess that's a type of Achillea? I get confused with all these different types. Revealed many components from the genus are highly bioactive. Yeah, this article is really interesting, and I definitely saved it, but it is way too much for me right now. Also, I'm skimming it to try and get the information. Well, not skimming it. I'm stopping and reading random spots. But they're basically breaking down, like, in folklore and folk medicine from, like, back in ye old times, yarrow, or Achillea, was used in this way for this reason. And here's why it kind of works. Like, anti-ulcer activity. Used in folk medicine to treat inflammation, pain, gastrointestinal disorders. And then again, aqueous extract of A. millefolium, which milfoil is another name for this, showed effectiveness in protecting the gastric mucosa against acute gastric lesions induced by ethanol and indomethacin, and in healing chronic gastric lesions produced by acetic acid. So, like, they basically just said that folk stuff, pretty legit. Like, fairly legit. Oh, if anyone's interested, here's the article that I'm looking at. By the way. I thought you said peeing on the metal, and I was like, what? I mean, that's one way to wear it down, I guess. It would take a lot of time. Yeah, I would not want to do anything that is so harsh that it hurts you through your protective gear. No thanks for me on that. Huh. This is really fascinating. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. And like, I trust this. This is super scientific. Like a legit scientific paper. But they're talking about different kinds of 42 Egyptian medicinal plant species were subjected to antiviral screening bioassay? I don't know how to say that word. To evaluate their biological activities. Hydroalcoholic extracts of each species were prepared and tested against 3 viruses: herpes, polio, and vesicular stomatitis virus, VSV, I've never fucking heard of. Interesting. A. fragrantissima showed the highest antiviral activity among these species against polio. This is so cool. So, like, you got a problem? Eat some fucking yarrow because it's good for a lot of stuff. It might not cure what you have, but it'll help it. And that's what I learned today. Powdered plant materials used for treatment of skin and soft tissue infections. Visceral pain. I've got some visceral fucking pain right now, dude. Give me that Achillea. Give me that. Give me that yarrow. This is so interesting. I'll probably read this when I'm not exhausted. Conclusion. Alright, here we go. I got distracted. This is really cool to me. Achillea has been used in popular medicine for its anti-hemorrhagic, healing, and analgesic properties. The pills go in your mouth, sir. In the various regions throughout the world, used by Northern Europe and Northern American native people as a contraceptive. Abortifacient? I don't know how to say that, I'm just guessing. And emmenagogue? These are words I've never seen in my life, but that's so, I get excited seeing words I've never seen. Oh man, I'm getting my nerd on hard! Hard nerds! Gonna get it on with hard nerds! Oh god, don't finish that. The candy, I meant the candy. Very hard. They're crunchy. Oh my goodness. Some of these traditional and folk usages have been evaluated, showing the potential medicinal uses of the plant. Medicinal properties of A. millefolium are worldwide recognized, and the plant is included in the national pharmacopoeias of countries such as Germany, Czech Republic, France, and Switzerland. As it is reviewed in this paper, antioxidant and protective activity of its various species, is of various species of Achillea. Wait, let me reread that sentence. As it is reviewed in this paper, antioxidant and protective activity is of various species of Achillea is reported frequently. That sentence was a little convoluted. This might be due to high content of flavonoids and phenolics, I don't know what those are, in these plants. It is noteworthy in that oxidative stress is produced under diabetic condition, and Achillea plants are considered for high hypoglycemic activity. Among the medicinal properties of Achillea, their cytotoxic and anti-ulcer effects are important, especially when the species contain immunomodulatory constituents. Can you say it in dumb for me? The activity of these plants against different bacteria, fungi, and parasites might be due to the presence of a broad range of secondary active metabolites such as flavonoids and phenolic acids, coumarins, terpenoids, and they list a bunch, and sterols, which have been isolated. Okay. So they, like, take out the bits that do a thing? Can you request to be trained by somebody else? Or say, you know, so-and-so showed me how to do this way, but I noticed this other person that I work with doing it this way. Can you tell me which one is correct or more efficient or whatever. That way you can kind of say like, he's fucking up and I don't want him to train me without saying that. Just be like, oh, I just wanted to know because he's doing it different than this guy. Welcome back, Bear. Holy Sana, my dear. Ow. I hit myself with my water bottle. Oof. Oh, feels good. Where was I? Oh yeah, so it sounds like they're taking the plant and using extractions of specific stuff, such as flavonoids and sterols, isolating them and then using that to treat things, like bacteria, fungi, and parasites. I mean, it's still really cool, like plant extracts. I mean, it's not really like plant extracts. I'm trying to simplify it so that I understand for my brain. Finally, presence of anti-inflammatory compounds such as sesquiterpenes. Oh god, that is a great word. Sesquiterpenes. Here you go. There's also an S on the end of that. It didn't get copied. And alkamides is another reason for importance of these plants as potential source of medicinal compounds and drugs in the future. So it looks like, in general, if you want to simplify it, I have to remember to breathe. If you want to simplify it, like yarrow or achillea, the plant that we're... the fucking... Where are you? This guy over here might actually help with, like, the stuff, like the folklore-y kind of things that it claims to be used for due to its chemical structure. Or biological structure? Biological structure, not chemical. That's neat. So basically, if you see that yarrow is good for XYZ, it probably is. That's a really interesting article. But yeah, like, anti-ulcers and, like, wound healing, like, that was, I read in that article that it's legit used for that. Fascinating. Anyway, I got way distracted. I know I said I wasn't gonna put that in this book. And I probably won't. Like, that just, it needs a book all on its own. Yeah, I said chemical. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. So yeah, botanical facts named after Achilles. Very popular and ancient medicinal herb. Yeah, I'm not gonna write that. Or maybe I will. Used as an astringent in cosmetics. I will write that. Used as an astringent in cosmetics. I'm just gonna put, has medicinal uses. Has medicinal uses and properties. And leave it at that, rather than trying to figure out which ones are legit and which ones aren't, because I'm not a botanist or a biologist or an any-ist. Sciencist. I'm not a sciencist. Oh my god. I could have just said scientist, but I didn't. Scienceist. One who sciences. 2 pieces of sheet metal, 10 or 11 feet tall each. That sounds ridiculous. I can't even, like, fathom. I'm a tiny lady. I'm just like, that's too large. Don't take that out of context, please. Thank you. Alright, moving on. Design notes. Sighing cyst. Ew. 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 Ew, that's fucking nasty. You nasty. Fuck. That's really disgusting. I did not like that. Ugh. Sheet metal's all warbly. Yeah. Yeah. An excellent addition to mixed summer arrangements. That's your note? Okay, fine. But like, why though? Because it's colorful? Oh, I put fixed. Oh, dang it. Whatever. This is the sloppiest note. Oh well. That was like a super anticlimactic design note. The one for Acacia was like, adds motion to a bouquet. Like, that's what I want to know. What does it do? Color? It's just like, it's good. You want to use it. I'm like, but why though? Purchasing hints. Oh, right, I wasn't gonna put hints. Oh my gosh, I'm fucking up. My dude. That girl. Well, you can glare at your leisure, Mike. Thank you so much for being a patron lab for 12 months. I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here is your royal salute. Also, I put my, Why did I put that away? Why did I put my whiteout away? I put my whiteout away. Also, message me please, Mike, if you would like a coat of arms, because you've been a patron hype for a whole year. So if you'd like me to make you a coat of arms, message me someplace so that I can see it later and give you your options and then make it. Wait. Oh. Ouch. Nicolas Cage. What even? He needs help. You need to do that too? Oh yeah. Sins, you keep forgetting your coat of arms. Yeah, guys, if you've been a patron of the hype for 12 months, for a whole year, message me and I'll make you a coat of arms. I should just put the instructions someplace. Hang on. Who did I message recently? That was ND. I'll just make it a command, so I can be like, pick your stuff and send it to me rather than like a back and forth. When you're a patron reward... Adcom... Coat of arms. Coat of arms is now a command. Sweet. Now I don't have to keep like finding where. Okay, who did I whisper last? Where can I find it? So yeah. If you pick those things, I'll edit that command. Actually, I'll do it right now because why not? And also, hi, Sins. How you doing? Because I don't like the way that it looks. Instead, I'm taking out when you get a chance because, like, either do it or don't. It's up to you. There we go. Save. Much better. Sweet. I heard 13 months last week. So I'm to a whole month of forgetting. It's okay. Okay guys, I'm gonna go on a short break. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna take a little bit of a longer break so that I can A, get water, B, use the bathroom, C, get the white out from the closet and actually keep it out this time, and D, gargle some salt water for my stupid throat. Enjoy the tunes, and when I come back, we'll keep hanging out and chatting and learning about flowers at such a slow pace that it's fucking glacial.